Intel's new Cascade Lake X CPUs are going to be great, but are they actually worth it? Welcome to Hari's Hobbies. So first of all, what even is Cascade Lake X and when is it going to be coming out? Well, Cascade Lake X is Intel's next enthusiast platform following the Skylake X series, and it's going to be coming out at the end of this year or the beginning of 2019. So, if you are looking to buy an enthusiast level CPU, then how will these CPUs perform and is it worth it for you? Well, as for performance, Intel CPUs are well known for their great overclocking headroom and good optimization. These CPUs probably won't have as many PCIe lanes or cache as the Ryzen Threadripper counterparts. However, if that is not a problem for you, then these CPUs will still perform awesome. So, last generation with Skylake X, we saw 7 CPU SKUs starting from a 6-core CPU which was just under $400 all the way to the 7980XT which was an 18-core CPU which costed around $2,000. At Computex, we already saw what is most likely going to be the new flagship of this series, which was the 28-core 56-thread CPU revealed over there. It was actually overclocked all the way to 5 GHz, but as we already know by now, it was with the outrageous cooler, and so a much more reasonable estimate for the overclocking for a normal person for that CPU would be in the low 4 GHz range like 4.2 or 4.3 GHz. Also, the base model will probably be up to 8 or 10 cores because of the introduction of hexa-core CPUs onto the mainstream platform and the soon upcoming 9900K, which is going to be a mainstream octa-core processor. And we will probably see the same number of CPU SKUs, just with larger increments in between each of them. So again, everyone knows that Intel CPUs perform great, and there is really no questions about its capabilities, even though Intel was exaggerating them. Usually, the main issue with Intel CPUs are their price, and with the introduction of Ryzen Threadripper, price has become a key issue for the new Enthusiast series for Intel. So how much will these new Cascade Lake X CPUs cost from Intel? So with Skylake X, if you matched it core for core with Threadripper, then you would find that the 7960X and 1950X both had 16 cores and 32 threads. However, the 1950X came in at $1,000 while the 7960X costed almost $1,700. Pricing for both of these chips have gotten a lot better, and now you can get a 1950X for $779 and you can get a 7960X for $1,400. But even despite this huge price drop, the price disparity between the two chips is still big as well. So last year, when matched core for core, the Intel counterpart costed about 70% more than the Ryzen CPU. So based on that, what will the 99XE or whatever the flagship CPU of the Cascade Lake X series cost? The new 32-core AMD CPU is expected to come in at $1,500, and this makes sense based on AMD's past price offerings. So using this, 70% more than that price would come out to $2,550. So we're probably looking at a price range of $2,500 to $3,000 for the 28-core Intel CPU. But I think Intel is trying to be more competitive and is learning from their mistakes, so hopefully they offer it for $2,500 or even less. But knowing Intel, it may cost up to $3,000 like last time, where the flagship of the 7980XE was twice the price of the 1950X. And once again, as you guys can see, Intel's CPU is going to cost a lot more than the Ryzen Threadripper CPU, while not even performing that much better. In this case, it actually has 4 less cores and 8 less threads. So keeping that all in mind, is this series worth it and should you buy it? Well, in my opinion, if you're looking at one of the lower level CPU SKUs where the price difference is much less and so it's much more digestible, then it may be worth it to go with Intel for the higher clock speeds. But as we move up the line, the price disparity grows at an exponential rate, and I really just don't think any of the top line Intel enthusiast CPUs will be worth it for their price, especially considering that Threadripper will offer more cores. So pretty much the higher clock speed of the 28-core CPU from Intel will pretty much be identical with the lower clock speed 32-core CPU from AMD, and plus, the 32-core CPU from AMD will most likely have more PCIe lanes, not to mention significantly cheaper. Also, AMD is very good at offering great discounts, and these CPUs are going to be coming out very soon. So by the time that the holiday season of this year rolls around, the initial hype surrounding these CPUs will have died down, and we will be able to find these CPUs for great prices. For example, last year the 1950X was offered $200 less than MSRP just a couple months after release. So this year, I think we just may be able to find the 2990X for $1,300 during Black Friday. So overall, if you're looking for a high-level enthusiast CPU with a lot of cores, then I think that the best bet for you is to stay with AMD and buy one of their new Threadripper CPUs on Black Friday or the holiday season. So what do you guys think? Are you guys angry that Intel is overpricing their CPUs by so much, or are you just happy that AMD is back in the game? Make sure to comment down below what you guys think, because I do read all my comments and I'm curious as to what you guys think, so make sure to post your thoughts. Also, if you guys liked this video, then make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. But until next time, this is Hari, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.